Kia ora. Video. We're going to do a video on with our hui. So we're going to look at ways that we've found it a bit easier to be able to work with our hui. The hui was given to me. I actually received it for the first time 2 years ago, not long before COVID came in. And when it was gifted to me, I thought, well, I've seen hui, I understand hui, but I've never actually had an opportunity to be able to work with them. So I had to learn how to work with them. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you some of the techniques that I learned as a starter or as bones, stepping stones, I guess, for your own learning when you work with your hui as well. So just hold with me and we'll readjust things. So today we're going to work on this hui. And we're going to see what comes now. So one of the first things I learned to do was I learned how to utilize or how to use the koru as part of our designs for our hui. But before I did that, I set our guidelines. So we're going to draw a line. We're going to from top to bottom, all the way to the bottom, and that will be our main guide so that we can work from. And as you get a little bit further into this and you start to work with them all, you'll start to find other flows or other ways of doing it. But let's start at the beginning. So we're going to draw a line from the top of the hui. Now it doesn't matter if you're a little bit crooked. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake, because we have handy dandy rubbers to rub that out and start all over again. But the first thing we're going to do is put this line in place. I hope you can see that all right. All right, so this becomes our guideline, or the line that we'll start to work from. Now, we'll do that both sides, because then we can figure out, or try and make things even, I guess, from one side to the next. Alright, so we've got guidelines, front and back. Now depending on where or what you visualize, you may even have a line that goes around here. So let's do that. So I'm going to put a guideline around the neck, because we're going to have, the neck's going to be a little bit different to the bottom, and then we're going to connect them later. Alright, so I've got a guide around the neck. And we're going to put a guideline here as well. So we're going to go approximately halfway down, we're going to draw another line across. Now you have to excuse me because when I work with our hui, it's a bit random, and whatever flows, flows. So we might start at one spot but end up somewhere completely different. So we're going to just strengthen that line a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Okay, in this case, I'm going to do one more line. So we're at the center here. We're going to put the last line down here. Take it through to the bottom. And that. So we've got guidelines on the side, got one in the middle, and then we've got one going right across. So this will become our starter point. Yeah. So we're going to do our first koru. Now, what I like to do with our koru is I start from the bottom and then I'll work my way back up to the top. So we'll start here. So we're going to start by this corner here. I'm going to go around. Bring it all the way to the top and back. So we'll go again, go around, all the way to the top. Start and finish. Then we're going to do the inside of this. So we're going to take it from this point here, and then we're going to bring it around all the way to the top. So starting from the inside of our koru here, again, we follow it around. Till we come back to the beginning. We come back to the center line. Okay? Alright. So we're going to start the next one from the inside. So we're going to start it from around here. We're going to do the same thing. But, so our koru will start here and finish here. Yeah? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go podi. We're going to go from here all the way to here and do our little koru. So I'll do that again. Can go around, bring it all the way back down here. And then we'll do the inside. So starting at the curl, or at the tip, we're going to bring our lines up. And follow it around. And that's where we joined it. And then we're going to do another one. So we're going to, it's a good way to practice as well. So we'll do this one the same way we did the first one. We're going to start at the end here, and then we're going to bring it all the way to here. So do our little cordu here and bring it around. Round and over. And then the last one inside, of course. Yeah. And there's our joining line. Alright, so, and then you can fix it up if you want to. I get a bit OCD sometimes, so I'm just going to fix that up. And then I'll paint the rest of it later. Yeah. So that's one half done. From here, you can do a lot of different things, but we'll do the other side. So we'll do the opposite side of it, and then that'll give you a little bit more time to play around with it at the same time. So we're going to add a second line in. So we'll use that one as the other guide, and then we'll bring it all the way down to the bottom, because the lines we've got on the side here, we can always move them out a little bit more if we need to, which we're going to need to. So that's our first side done. So we're going to start doing the second side, the other side. So we're going to do this same way. We're going to start our koru here. And they're going to bring it all the way up to the top. So once you've drawn the outside line, we're going to do the same thing as we did on the side. We're going to bring those lines back up. Okay, so we're going to start from the bottom. and then work your way up to the top. And then back off. So once you've got them, you've got the lines up the top, you can take out the middle guideline. So you're just left with the actual corduroy itself. And then we're going to do the same thing with the insides. So we're going to start here. So once again, we're going to go around, out, and down. Around, bring it out, and then down. And then do the inside line. Same thing. Follow it all the way around. And join them up. Then once again, the last one. So we're going to start inside, quarter, around, and then back. And then take that line out so you can join them up properly. When you do want to bring the lines closer, easy, eh? Just bring them in. That allows you to lengthen your lines as well for your koru. So once you've got your bones in place, you can pretty much go anywhere from here. So let's try something different. So I'm going to take out this guideline. I'm going to see where we go from here. Yeah? So yes, so I'm going to start up here. We're going to koru one more time. This time we're going to bring it down to here. I'm going to do that again. Koru, bring it out, all the way back around to join up to this one. I'm going to do the inside, same way. Start from the inside, follow it around. And join them up. All right. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to go and draw our kore here and bring it up to here. So once again, we're going to start from the inside. Go around and then up and across. Round. Up and across. Then we'll do the inside. So now we've got this pattern there. So as I said before, you can continue to add on to that, or you can create something completely different all over again. But it's a good way to continue practicing your koro, and to experiment, I guess, and see what comes. Now, as we're working with pencil directly on the hui, it does get a bit smudgy. So one of the things I did find useful was Kmart sell these. I'm going to move you back up a bit. So we found this bottle of matte spray in Kmart. So it's a varnish. It's a matted varnish. Now, when sometimes, especially for hui like this, so I haven't washed this hui, so I'm using it in its untouched state, or its raw state. So normally I would use a matte spray on the bottom. So I would lightly spray it and then let it set. And that will allow me to be able to work on our hui with our pencils, and it won't smudge. So you won't get your pencil ending up all over the place. Obviously it doesn't seal it in there because it'll still allow you to change whatever design you have, but it's an easy way to be able to work without all the smudging and thing. So that's our start on our hui and where to start from, or an idea as to where to start. So korua are always one of the main part of our hui, and how to create those koru. We can do it, as you see in our kōwhaiwhai, and it really is just practice and patience and practice. But that's how we started with our hui, and that's one of the things that we originally learned to, or one of the ways we learned how to draw our koru, and everything else goes from there. As I said, the lines are always a good starting point if you're just learning, because the shapes are unusual, but you can always add on to what you've started. Yeah? I hope that was helpful. You're more than welcome to message me if you have any questions, and I'm always more than happy to help. But besides that, the next video we do will be looking at ways to paint with your hui, or and what types of paint that we've found works and what are a bit not so helpful. So we try to work with our hui and use materials that aren't going to fade over time, aren't going to yellow over time, and before we seal them. And so that's what we'll be looking at in our next video. Thank you. You'll bless your day.